Welcome, you have reached review time with Emperiol. Today's review will be the movie Hooking Up, starring Brittany Snow and Sam Richardson. Now, Brittany Snow, she plays as Darla. Sam Richardson plays as Bailey. Let's get into it. So, this is one of the movies that I just seen. I don't even know if it actually would have made the theater. This is like really would have been a decent Netflix film or whatever, and something to watch, a movie that's something to watch. Basically, you have Bailey, who has had testicle cancer, and one of his testicles had been removed, and it put a strain on his longtime girlfriend, on their relationship. And they've been together, him and his longtime girlfriend been together since high school, and they never really dated outside of that themselves, and so they never really found themselves. So the girlfriend is pulling away. Meanwhile, he hasn't got over her. Meanwhile, he's joined a recovery group dealing with, like, after you had cancer, how you get back to life and stuff like that. And so you had, on the flip side, you had Darla, who's a sex addict, and she joined a sex addict group, and she pretty much wants to have sex all the time and doesn't care who she have it with. And so the movie starts with her having sex with her teacher of the sex class, and she's freelance. She had sex with anybody. And what happens is Bailey finds out that he has cancer in the other testicle that was left. So he's kind of depressed on that. He gets drunk, and the sex addict class and the recovery class for cancer is in the same building. So he stumbles drunk into the wrong class, and then he pretty much starts going in, spilling the beans in front of the wrong class. And so they try to tell him, like, yo, this you in the wrong class, but he was drunk at the time. Meanwhile, Darla took this as an opportunity, because on top of this, Darla is also a writer, a blogger for a magazine, and she's pretty much, because of her, it's called Sex Drive, and she pretty much, because of the way she is, she got caught having sex on a job, and they can't, that's inappropriate, and it's going against everything. So they fired her, but the chief of the paper really likes her, so she gave her another chance. And what Darla thought was, she's going to relive all the people, all the times and places she had sex with. She want to go back to each location, have sex again, and to try to help cure herself. Meanwhile, she runs into Bailey, where he stumbled at her, and she thought, like, well, you should just come with me on a road trip, and we're going to have sex at all these different places, and we're going to help each other, pretty much. And meanwhile, Bailey's parents in Dallas, Texas, are having an event, and pretty much, they don't know he has his other testicle is going to be shafted for cancer. So, and then plus they trying to get him to be all back into his girlfriend. They don't know she's really much blew him off, and he needs to get on with his life. So they kind of they don't know the real story. They've been trying to get in contact with him, and he ain't really responding to him. So he thought, well, as long as Darla goes on to his house with his parents, then he'd go on this excursion with her and have all this sex. So that's what they're pretty much doing. They're having sex all these multiple places where Darla has sex, and that's the comedic part of the different places that they have sex at. But what happens is they finally make it to Bailey's home, where his parents, of course, the parents is not really approval of her, and Darla's been keeping a vlog of everything that's going on, and she's setting it on the net with the paper. And right before the big event, she was going to take a shower, and then he looked in her bag and seen what she was writing. So he instantly found out that, well, you know, she got me on blog. This is a game to her. And so he took offense to that. Meanwhile, when he, at the event, his parents' party, when his ex-girlfriend was there, he pushed up on Darla to try to make the ex-girlfriend jealous, posted pictures of Darla on his social media account, trying to make his ex-girlfriend jealous. So they had a big splat, and he kind of confronted Darla, basically let her know he knew she wrote a blog about him. So it went from there, and then from there, it they had a splat, and they both went their separate ways. And then you see Darla meet some guy at the bar, and she pretty much had sex with him right then and there. And then she was ashamed of herself. So Bailey, on the other hand, with his ex-girlfriend, he told her what he was going through. So she felt sorry for him and felt as though they need to get back together. So in the course of the plane ride back home, and he was with his ex-girlfriend Bailey, he realized that what they once had is no longer real, and they basically need to, you know, move on and enjoy their lives, and, you know, experience other things with other people. And he can't keep holding her life up, you know what I'm saying? And she shouldn't be with him just because he going through whatever he going through and being sympathetic. So he pretty much at that point, he made peace with it. Darla went back home. She seen her mom, and her mom is just like her. So being as though the mom is just like her, dating different men, she was telling her mom, like, basically, I got a problem, and I think you should get some help too. And the mom kind of blew her off, and you know what I'm saying. But then they, you know, they hashed it out before she left, and finally, so the movie kind of ended with them coming into the Bailey finally talked in front of his group and told him that he had his other testicle was found for cancer, and he going to be going through it, and he had a decent person. She overheard him, and so she pretty much came in there and said that he was a decent person. So they pretty much at the end of the movie rekindled, thought they would take it slow with each other, and just, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy each other's company. And that was pretty much it. So overall, it was a decent film to watch. Nothing to it, nothing special, not over the top comedy. And that was it. Out of my 4-star rating system, I give this movie a 1.5 out of 4 stars. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Until next time.